Hotel and welcome. Comedic legacy today. Comedic legacy today. Life, health, and strength to you all. Comedic legacy today. Hotep. Comedic legacy today.
Hetepu. Welcome to Comedic Legacy Today, your weekly journal of ancient African, ancient Kemetic history and spirituality. My name is Jabari Osaze, also known as Heru Jeden Ma'at Atenra. We hope you enjoyed the first installment of Dr. Runoko Rashidio Kello's lecture on the African presence in the Americas. Stay tuned for the second installment. And keep in mind as you're watching this that you can always go to our website at www.centerformaat.com to see the first installment. We hope you enjoy, and we hope you also give us lots of great feedback on this incredible lecture. Hetepu.
Now, do these look African to you?
Yes, sir.
You think so?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, everybody don't think they're African now. Some people think they look like that because they had Down syndrome. That's one explanation. Another person has said they look like that because they represent the faces of baby jaguars. Now, I've only seen jaguars on the documentaries, but that doesn't look like any jaguar I ever saw. Other people have said, well, they look like that because the Native Americans didn't have sharp instruments, and so the features were broad. Also, look at that. Not only are the features African, but the skin tone. So you have the broad noses, the full lips. Yeah, there you go. One of them weighs up to 80,000 pounds. They're made of a stone called basalt, and they all have what appear to be these helmets, like football players or boxers. This is Taharka from Dynasty 25. And I don't know, Ivan believed that there was a relationship, that people from the Nile Valley, beginning about 700-800 BC, sailed across the Atlantic and influenced classical American civilization. And I don't know, perhaps there's a similarity. Now, the sad part about it for me is we don't know the names of these folks. We don't know who they were. Were they kings? Were they princes? Were they warriors? Were they priests? Were they aspects of God? Is this how the Olmec saw God? And there were never that many Africans among the Olmec. Now, I'm going to dispute some of my colleagues who believe that the Olmec were an African settler colony. I do not believe that. And Ivan didn't believe that. Ivan believed, and I believe, that there was a small group of Africans, perhaps 500 or 1,000, who sailed across the Atlantic either by accident or by design and came at a pivotal point in the Olmec civilization. And they brought with them gifts, like how to move large objects in stone, calendars, agricultural science, things of that nature, and therefore they were given an exalted status. And this has been verified by physical anthropology, by the bones in the world cemeteries among the Olmec. So this is not to take away Native American civilization, but certainly Africans had a profound influence in that civilization. This is my favorite. Of course, there's another explanation, and in fact, I think we could compare this one to this head from Cambodia. Now, let's see. Now, I never used this until yesterday before I did a similar presentation in DC. This is from Angkor in Cambodia. Now, another thing is, these heads look like Native Americans, that meaning with long noses and thin lips, and there was a massive earthquake. And the earthquake caused these heads to roll around in the mud for a long time, and they rolled and rolled, and they rolled, and they rolled some more because of the powerful forces of the earthquake. And after they stopped rolling, they looked like black people. And in fact, apparently, Apparently this one rolled so long he got braids in the back of his head. So I encourage you, instead of spending your money, well, anyway, I started to say, just wait for an earthquake if you want to get your hair braided. If you want braids, wait. Look at this one. That's us. Now, a rational person, it seems to me, would say, there must have been some Africans over there. And even the archaeologists said that. They referred to, I think, this one as, they nicknamed it Joe Louis. And they referred to one of them as amazingly Negroid, but they didn't write that in the field reports. They wrote that in their memoirs. I even interviewed one of these guys, a guy named Clarence Wyant, one of the excavators, and said, well, what gives? How come you didn't write about the African characteristics? He said, because we wouldn't have got our PhDs. We would not have been published. This was the 1930s and 40s. And the world, they thought, was not ready for that.